I think it's about that time, man. What y'all think, bro? Fresh, back. It's gonna go down today. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really major on some, like really, really turned up, right? Really turned up right now. Like, oh my god. Like you never know who's gonna come through today. You never know who's gonna support today, right? It's about I'm telling y'all, you never know what's gonna happen for you. You never know, there's so many things that's been going on the backside. I can't wait to talk about this shit. I can't wait to get up in here with a lot of different individuals as well that want to talk about. It's going down in a major, major, major way. Shout out to all the connections, all the moves that we've made. Like it ain't nothing but exotic shit. I'm not doing nothing. If it's not high level, if it's not like at the top of the food chain, I'm not doing it. It got to be something that I feel in my heart that it's got to be all in for me, right? A lot of people are doing things they're not all in with. I'm all in with this right here when it comes to media, marketing, mogul, right? Like I'm going all the way in. I'm not letting nobody tell me that it's not possible. Oh no, it's not possible. Or you can't do this. Hell yeah. You can do anything you put your mind to. You put your mind to it hard enough, you can go ahead and get it done. I've seen a lot of individuals get amazing things done, especially on this huge ass journey that I'm on. I'm on a huge journey where I want to motivate, elevate with a lot of different people. I don't want to stay in the same spot that I was in yesterday. Let's talk about that real quick. I don't want to stay in the same spot that I was in yesterday. Never. We always want to evolve, being different, getting into different things, right? I'm telling you, when you get into different things, Jen, you hear me? When I get into different things, when I get into different things, I always evolve. Man, evolving. So my time when I was out, out there in New York, it was nothing but epicness, right? I got a lot of things done. I met a lot of people as well, where we're gonna be forming something greater, right? You always want to see what you can make that's greater. Don't stay in the same spot, right? Now the journey can be kind of tricky. You make it be like, is this person for me or is this journey for me? Yes, it's for you. Sometimes it may be lonelier on that journey doing that thing, right? Because you know what I've seen on the journey, I've seen a lot of people get frustrated and they're like, yo, why am I lonely, or why is nobody else joining me on the journey, or what? It's not for them. It's not for their journey. It's not for them to experience what you're experiencing right now. There's no way you could tell. Like, everything that we're doing right now, it gotta be alignment, frequency and alignment. If we're aligned and we have the same frequency, bro, I'm always bust that shit through the roof. Every time, because I know how to create. I know how to create the future. I know how to shape it. I'm shaping things right now, and it's going my way. And I'm gonna tell you guys about something about like using your mindset. Like using your mindset to the base of your capability. Crypto's here, KB's here. Listen, using your mindset to the base of your capability. I'm not letting my mindset go to the wayside. I'm not just thinking about nothing. No, I'm always thinking about how I can become better. Yo, I was having audio issues earlier, but am I loud and clear, KB?
Yeah, I
Am
can
I
hear you,
back?
broski.
Okay, I'm loud and clear. Now, another thing I want to address is just how to create, where to start to create. Sometimes it's just you. Sometimes you gotta fall back and say, you know what? This is how I'm gonna create. This is my vision plan. I got a vision. I'm a visionary. Like anytime I go to a certain place or I hit a certain place, I come back and get motivated even more to do more things. Right? Staying motivated, staying creative. Right? Shout outs to crypto. Shout outs to KB. KB, can I get an introduction? What's going on, sis? How was your week? How was your weekend? Talk to me before I keep going. Let's go, KB. What's the word?
What's good with you, bro? My weekend, it was, it was a good weekend. Tasia had a party. Her birthday is Saturday, so she had a party. You only turn 31, so I mean, it was good. I mean, other than that, you know me, bro. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. That's it, man. Trying to get back to the good life, man. Listen, I'm trying to get back into that zone, man. Get my shit back on the, know what I mean? Back into my podcast, back into my rooms, man. I'm trying to get back, bro. The energy I'm trying to get back. So I definitely be need media mentor to get me to snap me back. You know what I mean? But hey, crypto, what's up, Linzaya? What's up, Linzaya for president? What's up, man? But this a good topic though, bro. I'm here for it, man. See what you talking about.
Listen, how to create. I got KB and Headlands there, crypto. I'm waiting for some more friends to pull up, but how to create the future is just staying focused, guys. I'm always focused. Like if I got a goal on something, I'm hitting that shit until it's done. You ever seen somebody with a burning dot desire, passion until that shit's done? That's what you have to do. You have to burn the desire. You have to want to get it done. You have to want to achieve. You have to want to do this shit until it's complete. And that's what I always focus on is doing things until they're complete. Doing things until I feel like, you know what? Everything has done what it's need to do, but I have to do the self-work. That's why I love different rooms like wellness work. You see Lindsay that's coming by. I do the self-work. I call things into the universe. I speak it into existence. Speaking it into existence. That's another thing I want to talk about before I go further. Nobody else say nothing. I want to talk about the vision, the manifestation, the speaking this shit into existence, right? Because that's what I did my whole career. A lot of people didn't can't believe where I went. Like people from high school and shit that knew me, they're probably like, "What the fuck? This dude really believes in this." I got the burning desire more than a lot of different people, and a lot of people don't know how to tap into this shit. You got to really tap into the inner self. Lindsay, you want to talk? You want to talk on that real quick? The inner self, the burning desire, how to create your future. Checking on you, sister. Before I continue.
Oh my goodness. You said I just got out of a cold plunge and you want me to talk about the burning
Oh, you
desire, but
cold?
yeah, I'll
Let's
get to
go.
it. So, uh, yeah, I mean, definitely, when it comes to fire, that's passion, that's connection with that, those dreams and those wishes and that purpose put on our heart, and which is really meant for our soul's essence. So, when it comes to staying consistent, the easiest way to stay consistent with something is to do something that contains passion, that you have passion around. And the other truth is to do the things that we don't always want to do to get the things we do want. The reality is that the entrepreneurial land is beyond the scope of what your specialty is. If you want to be paid for your specialty as an isolated way of making money, go get a job. If you want to get paid more money and you want to have your sovereignty, you will be doing more than your specialty. You'll be doing the marketing, you'll be doing the back end accounting, you'll be doing the social content and the community creation and all of the things. So, you know, at the end of the day, really consider what brings you the most joy, because I do think there's something for everyone and one thing isn't for everybody. So that's what I'll say. And Stack, I'll toss it back to you. I'm getting into
I
it today.
love what you said. One thing. What'd you say real quick, Lindsay? I was right there. One thing. What? Bring it back. Lindsay, come back. What'd you say? I was right there. Listen, it may not be for you. What'd you say, Lindsay? Please, can you repeat that
Yeah,
before I go in?
well, the one thing isn't for everybody, and everything isn't for, for somebody. So the reality is, like, I don't know exactly how I said it, Stack,
It hit
because
me so hard,
I'm
Lindsay.
ad
You know
libbing,
I
but
love your lines. Damn, I wish I.
listen, replays are on, so
Damn, she
that's a
said
good
something.
thing.
She said it. Basically, I was gonna say, just focus on you. That journey may not, you know what I'm saying, Lindsay? You gotta focus on your thing. That one thing that you're doing may not be for everybody. I was just saying, it may not be for everybody. It may not be their desire. But guess what? As long as you know what it is, you get it in. Do that shit at a high level. Like when I was out, doing my thing and shit out in New York, I did that shit at a high level. I'm not playing no games, bro. You gotta burn this shit. Like really burn desire. Like if you don't wake, sleep, and eat this shit, you're not gonna get there. If you don't wake up every day and say, "Yo, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life," I don't think you're ever gonna get there. You really, really gotta have the burning desire. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Lindsay, I appreciate you. Jen, thank you for pulling up. You want to talk about, how to create your future and designing your life? Before I continue, I got some more stuff to talk about. Jen, over to you. You around? Talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Oh man. Um yeah, I was right there with KB. Like, and actually I was listening, a Trent Shelton thing came across my feed this morning, and and it was along the same lines of being consistent in what it is that I love to do, because I was so consistent in doing it for a job. Um so let's be consistent and do what I want to do. Uh like Lindsaya said, and it also comes with the stuff that I don't know how to do, or I'm learning how to do. There you go. Get rid of the nuts. The marketing, the copywriting, all the stuff. Um, so, and I've gotten a fresh start here in the last month, and then, and really last Friday, my PT slapped me around and said, vacation's over. Let's get to PT and let's get this butt moving. So she really, I was like, right. After listening to Trenton and you, I'm like, right, let's get this stuff moving. So back to you, Stack.
Get this stuff moving. Put a one in the chat if you agree. I feel like to create the future, you got to get stuff moving, even if you don't know how to do it. There's plenty of stuff that I've came across that I didn't know how to do, but I figured that shit out. Put a one in the chat real quick. Let's talk about that. Figuring things out that you may not know. Yeah. Let's get up in there. Blow the chat and share the room out too, man. What y'all doing? Let's get up in here. Monday. Figuring out things that you may not know how to do, right? If you gotta go research, you gotta go search it on Google, you gotta go on the computer, go do that shit. Stop letting other people hold you back. Nobody's gonna yo, if nobody wants to give you the information, go search for this shit. Go search for the information if nobody's giving it to you. Go read a book. Go do something, right? Research and information, Jen. I appreciate that. I wanted to add to that. Welcome everybody to the stage too. Simple, Ebony, Miss Self Love, King Nick. Everybody, let's go. Ping the room up, share the room up. But I want to talk about today is how to create the future, designing your life, designing everything, right? Your environment, right? Picking and choosing who you want around and who you don't want around your environment, and keeping your peace, man, right? Keep your peace, bro. That's the word for 2024. It's keeping your peace, man. Right? I want to check on his self love too, cause I know she know something about designing her life and designing things too, right? Because I've heard her story. She's came on here and told you guys she worked from home with the dog, right? And this is designing your life, right? That's what you can do when you pop up and show up for yourself. So, Miss Self Love, you got any words for this before I continue? I got some more shit to talk about. Over to you. Let's go.
Hey, Stack with the Pack, the legend of Clubhouse. We missed you in New York. How was it?
Crazy.
Oh
It
my
was
goodness.
nuts.
Yes, New York is amazing. Well, we'll see you next
I'm
time when
coming.
you
I'm
come
coming back
through.
again ASAP.
Good. I'm excited. Hey, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I'm in self love, and I love this. How to create the future. I do it uh, mainly with my words. Right. I talk about it, and I take the action, but my words are my power because it creates my feelings. So I've been doing that after my breakup. I didn't really know how I was going to like make a certain amount of money or pay certain bills or do certain things, but I couldn't see it. I just believed it. I talked about it. I said what I wanted, and I created my future without knowing everything. Like Stack was just saying, you may not know how to do everything, but that being an entrepreneur, I learned that it's really about just covering those blind spots, getting that mentorship.
Hold up. Say that
Yeah.
again, Miss Self Love. Covering those blind spots. Can you expand on that a little bit, please? Let's.
Yeah, as I've been going towards entrepreneurship, there's things that I didn't know that once I learned, now I know, and now that I can put that in my toolkit. And there's still things that I don't know. So every blind spot that gets covered Now I have more skills and I'm able to become a better entrepreneur, become a better person. So you have to keep going until you cover your blind spots. And there's always going to be blind spots because there's things that you don't see. And you can't beat yourself up for not knowing what you didn't know, because then when you learn all this new amazing things, you're like, oh, I should have known this since the day that I was born, or why didn't my parents teach me this? You can't beat yourself up. You can't beat your parents up. You can't beat your ancestors up because they didn't know and nobody taught you. Now you know you have an amazing phone, and you can be grateful for literally knowing how to make money from your phone. So I create my future with my phone. It's an amazing
Creating your
tool.
future with your phone, huh? Oh, let me give you the horn, Miss Self Love. You know I gotta give you the horn. Hold on, man.
Yes, thank you. Everybody can do it though. Creating a future with your phone is amazing. In-person events are amazing, but you have to know how to create online events. You have to know how to be yourself, show up, tell your story, make money from your phone. That's how you're going to be able to really create the life that you desire from anywhere that you desire. So it's an amazing skill to learn. I started with my podcast, A Breakup is a Wake Up. It's now at 191,000 downloads over time.
Ooh-wee.
So I started with making money from my phone, from my podcast. Everybody in here can do that. Everyone in here can do it. No one was necessarily born with a phone with their hand, but the new children coming up. But everybody can do it. It's something that you can learn, and it's something you should learn to be able to really be eating good. If you really want to eat good, you need to know how to make money from your phone, do live events from your phone, and it's just more cost effective that way as well. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Stack with the Pack, for letting me speak. I'm gonna give it back to you.
We got Miss Self Love in here. Look, controlling and designing your life from your phone. If you feel like it's possible, put a one in the chat. Let's see where we at. If y'all feel like that's possible, what Miss Self Love said, put a one in the chat. Let's see, man. Of course it's possible. Yes, it's possible to make your life, design your life from the cell phones nowadays, right? A lot of people didn't think it was possible. They like put in the media like, oh nah. If anything is possible if you put your mind to it. That's why I said, man, it's the inner work, man. That's why I love that Wellness Warriors. That's why I go over there and do that self work. But it starts with the inner. This you. You know what I mean? It's nobody else that's gonna create this future or design this life that you envision, but you. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You gotta do that shit yourself, right? Welcome Ebony to the stage, Fly Tie, right? Everybody that came through, ping the room up, share the room up. Let's continue this conversation because, vision, being a visionary, seeing these things before it pop up. I'm telling you, when you see shit, if you could picture yourself walking on something, speaking on a stage, or doing something, that shit's gonna show up, bro. You just gotta believe it, bro. A lot of people like, yo, do I deserve it? Do I deserve to be here? Or do I deserve? Yeah, you deserve that shit. You deserve anything your heart desires, bro. Anybody in here, you could do this shit, but you gotta go hard, bro. Not no slack shit though, because I've seen a lot of people get in the industry. Like even my bro, I be talking with my bro King Pharaoh. I be like, yo, a lot of people get in the game, but then they run out of energy, yo. Don't run out of energy. Don't be one of those people that run out of energy, bro. Especially when it's time to create, because when it's creativity, don't sleep, man. Creativity don't got no fucking slack on it either. You slacking on creativity, you slacking on your dreams, man. You can't be around me, man. I got too much shit going on for myself to be around slackers and people that don't want to keep up the energy. You got to be energized, bro. Especially for this journey, you got a lot of shit to do, a lot of things, and you got to brace yourself too. Because every time I create something or I create a future, I brace myself. I don't just hop right in it. You know, I make sure I master one thing and then I master the other. Then I make right. I kung fu this shit. Like, all right, cool. This is done. Now it's time to move on to the next shit. Right? Like, make sure y'all focus on that. Ebony, are you around your mic right now? Ebony, let me check on Ebony real quick before I continue. Ebony, are you here?
I am here.
Talk to me
Yes.
about creating the future. You got any words for this about designing your life? Thank you for joining us in the Media
Yes.
Mentors. Let's continue.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And I will absolutely fresh up on this because right now I am working on a few different projects that are going to help create my future for me and my family. And I have some energy that is in the way and it's setting me back. So as of today, I'm focusing on that vibration of that negativity and I'm going to let that go. And I'm going to continue to thrive on me and my future and getting me to where I'm going, and had a great conversation with you this morning. So my next little project is going to be working on the little magazine and monetizing my Facebook group, which I'm really excited about. So in order for me to do that, I need to be around good vibration, that good heartbeat, those good words, those things that are going to keep me sane and help me stay focused. And that is going to be being here in this room surrounded by you guys. I'm thankful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Working on yourself, like just continuing to work on yourself no matter what goes on in your life. Working on yourself will always show who you really are. Put a one in the chat real quick. Showing who
Absolutely. I
you
got
are, like, just continue to work. It don't matter what the fuck happens, right? You can have a fucking breakup, some shit can happen in the background. I'm fucking coming through strong, man. Nobody telling me shit. I got this shit on lock, the whole thing, right? That's the mindset you gotta have. So Ebony, I love that because it's like, man, no matter what, right? Because Ebony, she got my number. She can call me anytime. It don't matter if something's going on. She's still gonna show up. Ebony, you got any words? Let's go before we continue.
I do, because I do have a lot going on and I don't want to show up sometimes. And I know that I will take a week off, but that week is setting me back. So I have to stay focused and I have to keep going daily. I really checked out for a week and I'm like, no, this is what I can't be doing. I'll check out for a day. It's not getting me to where I'm going, it's setting me back. So the focus this week is to stay consistent and to keep going and let that vibration come in that is strong, that's going to help me come and keep going, because otherwise I'm going to be set back again. So that's what I'm not doing this week.
Nah, I love that. Don't be set back. Look, let's continue. KB, any words before I continue? I'm check on my boy King after.
Yeah.
KB, what up?
All right. So I just want to say something. Well, I've been trying to set the goal for myself since I've been back. You know what I mean? I'm about to open my green screen so I can learn how to use it. Um,
Oh, you
I'm
about to be
back to
shooting movies. You trying to do a movie?
yeah. I'm back to hold on. This I'm back to my regular stuff that I do, bro. I'm trying to snap back. I've been putting my podcast off, putting it off, but you know what I mean. I feel like I'm ready. I got my head out. I'm ready. You know, I don't think that I'm ever gonna be all the way there right then and there because it's still recent, but I think I'm getting back. You know what I mean? So
We got you, KB. We got.
it be days when I don't feel like doing nothing, but it's like I can't stop because if I stop, it feel like I'm failing. You know what I mean? And I had a lot of time off, so since I've been back, I just been going, going, going like an Energizer bunny, just going, can't sit still, here, there, everywhere. But I just want to say something to everybody that's here. You know what I mean? First and foremost, what I want to say is, it's too many to fuck of y'all for it to only be 8 shares. I'm gonna need for y'all to share this shit out to your Instagram, your Facebook, tell a
Come
friend to
on,
tell a friend,
KB. Tell
share
him,
it in their
KB.
messages. Man, I need y'all to share this shit out. Y'all already know. If y'all ain't supporting us, we ain't
Sheesh.
supporting you. Man, share it out, man. Everybody share it out. Crypto was good. Nick was good. Andrea, Ebony, Dennis, Miss Self Love, Lindsaya for president. How everybody doing? Y'all know I'm back in effect. It's good to be back. It's good to see all y'all faces. It's good for everybody who reached out. I'm happy. I have been in better spirits, but I'm getting back to myself. Um, but I just want to tell y'all, like, you don't never know how much life could set you back. You know what I mean? It's like everything could be going good, and just one place you ain't supposed to be is set you all the way the fuck back, and you got to start over. You know what I mean? And starting over is hard. Like, it is. It's hard. Like, starting over is hard, but it's even harder when you don't push yourself to get where you know you could be. It's like settling. I'm not fucking settling for nothing. Everything that I want, y'all know I'm coming to get. Like, I'm coming to conquer everything that I said I was going to do. You know, I'm designing my life. I'm setting my life up for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere ever again, no time soon. So from this moment forth, I'm here. I'm giving out free game. I'm here. Anybody need me? Y'all got my number. Everybody got my number. We all in the group chat together. Y'all know how it's going. You know what I mean? So this topic, how to create the
Say that shit
future.
again, KB. You
You
said
feel
they
me?
got everybody can hit you. You giving them open access?
Yeah. Man, listen, I'm giving out free game. I'm feeling very generous. It don't matter what you do. I know how to do everything. When it come to videos, when it come to producing, when it come to making beats, when it come to everything. Anything that you want, I could do. I'm telling you, I'm a jack of all trades. I can do anything. Shit, I didn't even know I could cut hair, but I could do that too. Crazy. But listen, design your life, man. How to create the future. Man, you never know what the future holds. You just got to keep going until you get to where you want to be. All you know is you set where you want to be, and everything else got to fall in line. But one fuck up could fuck up the whole narrative of the situation. One bad energy could fuck up the whole outlook of the situation. One setback, all it takes is one setback, and you got to start all over. You just got to watch who you're around, watch the company you keep, and watch the places you be, man. Because you could be a place that you don't even know is bad energy, and by the time you figure out it's bad energy, it'd be too late. So you know what I mean? Like, stop carrying them motherfucking loads that ain't yours, man.
Say that
Just
shit
focus.
again, KB. Say that shit again.
Man, stop carrying them loads that ain't yours, man. Cause listen, your load already heavy. So to carry somebody else's load and baggage is extra heavy. So by you carrying your load and they load, it's gonna drag you. And guess what? You got they load, so they just moving. Man, listen, stick to who stick to you. Be there for who be there for you. I know it's good to have a good heart, but it ain't good to to let people take the good out of you, and then by the time you are drained and you ain't got no more good for people, you can't let people dictate your energy or drain you from your energy. You gotta move accordingly, no matter how much you love a person, no matter how much, you know what I mean? Be there for who be there for you. All that extra, my heart is good, my heart is pure, and I'm just gonna do it because that's what I'm supposed to do. No, that ain't what the fuck you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be there for who be there for you. Because if you keep showing up for them, guess what? They're gonna keep making excuses why they can't show up for you. Man, listen, this is your life. You gotta create it how you want to create it. This your life. All the rules is from you, man. They don't come with no book how to do this shit. You just gotta get up and do it every day with a different mindset from yesterday. But you already know how I'm coming, man. Listen, I'm back. I hope y'all motherfucking ready.
Shit, I got KB back in here. Put a fire emoji in the chat if y'all agree with everything KB said. Put a fire emoji in the chat ASAP. Damn, KB. I need a quick reset. Bring the room up. Share the room up. Please do something. Damn, KB. Why you turn me up like that?
All
Let's
the
go.
songs that balance. Spray ain't got no balance. Toes ain't got no style. Trying to be low man. I whip it up panoramic. This promotion chose. Super socket gold. Drop first like a cowboy. Touch bright like a cowboy. On street like a cowboy. Understand I'm a cowboy. Just real like a cowboy. But the law I'm a cowboy. Gucci belts I'm a cowboy. Kicking dust like a cowboy. I came in the game in a coupe. I ordered the Porsche with the boost. I'm thinking about cutting out the roof. Don't tell me you got the roof. Rap niggas on the underground. Niggas see you had underground. Love them put the cash underground. They be real life friends. We was trapping on Sunday. Future came out the dungeon. Ice cubes on your earlobe. Won't fuck with the weirdo. Hit the Hummers on the big boat. You better get ready for the encore. Set you up for the Bravo. I done friend for the combo. Got buddy with the real one. Christian Lord them the red ones. Big face them the dead ones. Penetration on the bad one. Big purse for a stallion. Big guns and medallion. Traumatized by the outcome. Money make a bitch savage. Then we confiscate. Baddies confiscate. PJ fly your wig. Woke up fly today. Louis be my logo. Stars inside the photo. She go buy them custom. 12 inches Manolo.
Hey. Ping this shit up. KB just burnt it up. I needed another reset real quick. Damn. KB, you said a lot, you know, and I want to, talk about it, is be there for who be there for you. That's what KB's talking about. Like, show up for the people that show up for you. If they ain't showing up for you, why the fuck are you showing up for them? Or why are you
Making
supporting other
excuses.
people? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that shit real quick. Why would you want to support somebody that ain't never supported you, that ain't never tried to help? I feel you. Show up for who shows up for you, right? Appreciate
Hey,
that,
bro,
KB.
and you know
Shots
what
to
else
Smith.
it be?
What up?
You know what
Go
else
ahead,
it
KB.
be? They be like, they make excuses for why they didn't show up for them. I think that's the part that I hate the most.
Yeah.
The, oh, they was busy, or They said they got me. Like, man, how many people said they got us and ain't have us yet? Like, come on, man. We gotta. It don't matter who they is, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, you know how they say, oh yeah, you supposed to be there for your sisters and your brothers. Great, yeah, you my sister, my brother. I'm always gonna be there for you. But if you showing up for your fucking friends, how you not showing up for me? Why do I gotta put you in a different bracket? No, it don't. It doesn't matter who a person is or what title they hold, bro. Respect is earned. Support is earned and it's free. But if you're not supporting me, I'm not about to be the only one supporting. Like, I don't do stuff to get things back because that's what it sounds like I'm saying. But that's not what I'm saying. Doc, don't be oblivious to what I'm saying to you. Like, I'm going to support. You probably got 2 times out of me to support you. But if you ain't showing up for me, why the fuck am I showing up for you? Especially when we in the same type of, you know what I mean? Entrepreneurship. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop making excuses for these people, bro. Stop carrying other people's loads and stop being on time for people that's always late for you, period.
KB in the goddamn building. Look, if you guys are just now joining, we're talking about how to create the future and design your life. Media mentors, ping the room up, share the room up. And if you're not a part of the Mega Mansion, click the link at the top and get in there ASAP. So you can be a part of conversations just like this when we go live, right? Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Smitter, Julian, Miss Self Love, Eamon, Dennis, Andrea, Ebony, King, Nick, Linzea. God damn. We in the building. And shout out to everybody that been showing love to all my new posts. I'm flooding this shit. I'm flooding Instagram. I'm going crazy. Bel Air Bottle Boys, Big B's everywhere, going crazy. And I also be teaming up with more designers when I get back to New York. So anybody know designers, tell them to hit my line ASAP because
Oh, okay.
lot. I'm doing a lot out there. So shout out to everybody that was, showing love, pulled up on me and Pharaoh and did a movie and fucking just made a film, right? I appreciate y'all because this is what it's about. Keep going. The power, the energy. Shit never stops. I'm telling y'all, when you got a burning desire and a passion to do some shit, you keep going, right? Shouts to Smitter, shouts to Julian, Miss Self Love. I want to go to a few people. I want to talk. Right, Andrea, you got any words for this before I check on Brother Dennis and Julian and Nick, and we can continue this power and this energy, right? How to create the future, design your life, staying focused, motivated, right? That burning desire. Andrea, over to you. Let's go, sister. Andrea is probably busy right now, but whenever
Oh,
she comes
I'm
back,
here. I'm
you
here.
there? Go ahead, sister.
Hey, brother. Sorry, I was trying to find this reference so everyone can get it. It's the concept "design your life." It's really a high level thing. You know that they teach you in universities. I think Stanford was the first one to release that program. That it is an actual thing, right? Um, we can systematically design our future by actually putting effort into that, right? Um, the sad thing is that most of us, most people, when we're growing up, we kind of like are given this pathway or flight path to what our life should become. And that's usually like a generational thing. It comes from your parents, your grandparents, stuff like that. Um, but we do have the capability to break free from that. And most of it is just what we have been taught to believe is what our future looks like, right? So, yeah, Stanford did it. And I know that these is like thousands of dollars for you to sit in those classes and you could be here on Media Mentors learning that it is a credible thing. It is a realistic thing to create your own future, to just design your life, right? Um, the first thing that I always say is that we got to break free from these mental models that we've learned to embrace. And they talk a lot, people talk a lot about like genetics and generational curses, but it's actually a generational opportunity, right? We don't have to say, okay, this first shift your mind. We don't have to say, oh, my parents did it this way, or my parents struggled this way, or my grandparents, this is all we've known all our entire life. We can break free from those mental models and then say, okay, after we've let go of all those lies that say we must do this way and we must be successful in this way, like the definition of success, we then look towards, okay, what do we actually want as people, as an individual person in this world, going to make a difference, making an impact, right? What do we actually want? And typically I found, and it's been hard for me in the past, is finding what you really want and saying, okay, this is what I really want. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what it's going to take. And these are the things that I'm struggling with trying to fix, right? I'm trying to fix my mindset. I'm trying to unlearn the past that I've been raised to believe is my role, right? Those mental models, we can escape from those lies. And it's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing that we have our parents and our grandparents and this lineage of experience. But when it becomes bad is when we say that this is all we can become because this is what our people went through. We don't have to be stuck there. We can make a change, but it starts with us understanding what we really think about ourselves and what we really, really want and how we really want to contribute. And that takes a lot of tearing down of these things that usually protect us from being individuals and having opinions. Um, and it can be hard sometimes, but it's worthwhile because just imagine this. You wake up in the morning and you're happy to greet the day. You're grateful for where you are. You can see the vision, 5 years out. You're not bothered by who is listening or agrees with you or feels that that's possible, or you just don't care because you know yourself, and you're not stuck to this thing they told you you had to become. So I'll land there, and I love you all. I'm so happy.
We we love you too, Andrea. Don't be stuck on what people thought about you or what your family was going through, right? Be the person to break through the generational curses. Be the person to break through what you used to know or what your family used to know. You want to be the golden goat. I want to be the goat. You know what I'm saying? I want to stand out. I want to be the generational curse breaker. I want to get right. So Andrea, I love what you're saying. Ping the room up, share the room up. We're gonna still continue this conversation until 3, and then I gotta go on some meetings. But I got Eamon here, Julian, Smitter, Nick, King, Lindsay. Like we can still keep going. I'm ready to keep talking about this topic. Julian, are you in the building, brother? Are you by your mic right now?
Yeah, what's going on, Stack?
How you feeling about this one, man? How to create your future and design your life? I know you know about this, man, because you done been in, movies, commercials, doing your thing, brother. So, over to you, man. And Julian is someone I met in real life. So when I meet people in real life and they come in, like I know they know how to design life because, half the stuff he's done, a lot of people won't be able to do because they don't believe in themselves. But we here today to, make people believe in themselves. So over to you, Julian. How you feeling about this, man? Designing life and doing things like this.
No, I absolutely appreciate you, Stack, and shout out to everybody here in the media mentors. Shout out to Lindsaya, what's happening, Nick? Everybody that had some good shares so far that I've heard. Um, I'll be quick as possible, but I definitely been sitting here thinking and reflecting, and at the end of the day, it's a couple things that gotta happen here, people. For me, you gotta learn how to close your own gap. I'm gonna say that again. You gotta
Yeah,
learn
deep.
to close your own gaps. Nobody's gonna close your gaps for you. There is no walking around life orthodontist. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the hell that put the braces on to close up those gaps in your teeth. There's no people, there's no organization that's gonna close your gaps for you. Meaning, you got literacy gaps, you got learning educational gaps, you got fundamental soft skill gaps, you got your own gaps. That's what I run across every day, all day. Whether if it's me having to close my own gap or seeing others that refuse to identify their own gaps. Because that's what keeps you from your future. The gap. You get what I'm saying? It's like you watch a movie and they get to the end of the cliff and they try to gotta get over to the other side. That's a gap. That's the gap I'm talking about. But you have the ability to close those by simply taking the time necessary, getting out of, keep staying out of your feelings. Stay out of your feelings. Your feelings is your feelings alone. And a lot of times people want everybody else to feel their feelings too. And that's not their feelings. Your feelings are valid for you, but your feelings aren't necessarily true. You get what I'm saying? So stay out of your personal feelings. and look at it for the whole, because I'm certain your future that you're trying to create is for the needs to be for the whole and not just for you, the single soul. Okay? So incorporate others, close your gap, take the time, learn, and you got to get out there. You just got the only way you're going to really learn it, not by the books, not by chat GPT and all day. That's cute until you have to apply it in the real
So
world.
you gotta really get out there and make it move, Julian. Tell him,
You
man.
got to make that joint jump. You can't just do a chat GPT, copy paste, and think you sending off a proposal. Like, nah, that don't work. Like, you don't even know what it say. Can you break down every single piece and go into depth of it all? If you can't, then you ought not to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Learn your craft. Learn what it is you're doing. I'll give a quick. My wife and I, we are in the hotel space as owners and developers. I didn't know nothing about no hotels. Believe me, okay? And where I grew up, around the people, nobody looking like me owned a hotel. You understand? So this is all new for me. This is still a very small sector amongst people that look like me. As far as being a 1% ownership in the whole industry, that's crazy. But we get to be a part of that, not because it was given, because we closed our own gap to number one, learn how hotels are built and constructed and identifying how we are going to add our value in what lane of it. Okay. We had to learn, all of these moving pieces. There's so many different moving parts that make it even just come to a point where, okay, it's a feasible project. I didn't know but about none of these things, but I closed my own gap because I had to learn it. I took time. I realized what I didn't know, surrounded myself with a team that do know, and admitted that I don't know so I can be free to ask all the questions so I can know. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense to y'all. I'm feeling very
Hell yeah,
floetic
you
today.
making sense. You bringing it right now,
I'm
man.
feeling kind of floetic right now. You understand? But that's just what it is. Like, and it's real. Like, everything I do in my life is jumping out there, doing it, applying what you've already done and accomplished, experienced in your lifetime, and just saying, okay, this is my foundation. Everything else is added unto me. I have a strong foundation. Whatever it may be, you done did it already. You done did it already. So you already know what to anticipate, expect, and whatnot. Trust in that. All right. Trust that your intentions, what you're doing with your future that you are creating, designing, that trust that the people that's supposed to be there are there. You have to visualize this. I've said this before in media mentors. But I'll say it again because it's necessary. You have to reverse engineer your vision. You understand? Once you see it in completion, not just a hunt, maybe kind of. No, you have to see it. You have to see yourself in that finished space. Who was there with you in that visual, in that vision? Who was literally there with you? Okay, so at least know those individuals are the ones that need to rock with you. Okay. But then there's accountability along the way because they may need to be there, but there may be something you need to provide to them to assist them so they can stay rocking with you. But you can't do it for them. Again, they have to close their own gaps. Only thing you can do is keep moving into it as you reverse engineer back to you where you are today from what you see in the future. Every step along the way will show you. It's like breadcrumbs. It'll show you the way. But you have to take the step and stop being apprehensive, stop second guessing, and just move straight into your innovation of how to get into that reality. I'll use the mic.
Ooh, we in the goddamn building. Julian going in right now. If you're just now joining, we're talking about how to create the future. We're designing your life right now, right? We giving some tips, some tricks. I got a lot of people here today. Got my brother Nick, KB, Linzea, brother King Pharaoh, Miss Self Love, Ebony, sister Andrea, brother Julian, Eamon, Smitta, and everybody else too at the bottom. Y'all can come up so we can continue this conversation until about three something, right? Because he's hitting right on it, saying nothing but energy. Ping the room up, share the room up so we can dive in, so we can explain more, we can have more friends join, right? And if you're not a part of the Media Mentors Megan mentioned, then what are you doing? Tomorrow, Brother 10G will be here
We're gonna be talking some more media talk. Talked to him yesterday. He said he wanted me to do a title about some media stuff. So we're gonna come in real hot tomorrow with that. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that. Also, let's just keep diving in with this. And if you guys have not got a 15-minute call with me to see how we can level up on anything in your life, designing anything you want to create, then what are you doing, right? Get the 15-minute call. Let's level up. Let's see how we can add value to each other. If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. Let's keep doing it, man, at a huge level. Not no little shit, right? Love you guys. I want to check on Sister Eamon and Brother Nick too, whoever's available. Sister Eamon, Brother Nick, whoever's here. I want to check on you guys and talking about designing your life before we roll out of here. Is who's available? Who's here? Eamon, Brother Nick. Okay, over to Brother Nick. Brother Nick, how you feeling, man? OTM, let's get it.
What up, brother? Peace, love, and longevity, everybody. Happy Monday. I pray everybody's solid. If I go in and out, it's because I'm driving through a bad area, so feel free to cut me off. One thing I want to start by saying is, first of all, there's a lot of great gems that are being dropped. Make sure you check out people's profiles, see what they got going on. Show some digital currency, man, because if that were you speaking, you would expect that same reciprocation in return. But in order to create your future, you have to lay the foundation in your present and let go of the past. I'm going to say that again in case you didn't hear what I said. In order to create your future, you have to lay the foundation in the past. Now, the severity of that
Oh, they got my man in
statement.
the Matrix. Nick, you in the Matrix, bro. Where you at? I want Nick to come back, but he was in the It wasn't me, or was he in the Matrix? Was I tripping? Andrea, myself, love. Was he in the Matrix?
He was
Yeah,
in the
bro.
He's in
Matrix.
the Matrix, right? Nick, come back, man, so we can have you share, brother. I know you're probably driving through a bad area, but
Hey, yo, that's the first thing he said when he got on the mic.
okay, word. No, I didn't even hear that. All right,
Can
okay,
you hear me all right? Good?
a little bit, bro. It's coming in. It's coming in back. What's good? Talk to me.
Yeah, man, just let me know if it
You
goes in
good,
and out,
right? I
man.
can hear you now. Let's get.
All right, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, like I was saying, man, in order to create your future, you gotta build your foundation in the present and let go of the past, man. Because so many times we forget how far we've come. Like if you look back who you were 6 months ago to who you are now, those are two different people, straight up. Like if you look back at all the things you used to do, say, and tolerate, those are two different people, man. You got to give yourself some credit. Because a lot of times we so quick to bash ourselves. We so quick to say we're not doing enough. We're not making enough progress. We're trying to prove everybody else wrong. Listen, you're not living life correctly. And I'm going to call it like it is. You got to prove yourself wrong. You got to prove yourself right. Matter of fact, you got to prove yourself right. Because sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror, you think, damn, I want to be like this person. Or damn, I want to live like this person. Or damn, I want to talk and act like this person. No, no, I'm going to stop you right there. You got to live for you and be you authentically and uniquely because that's who you are. You don't need to be like anybody else. You got to be specifically you. That's what's going to create the beautiful future that you're striving for. Because sometimes it's stack. This is one thing I learned, man. I learned this like the past month. I've been literally on this like decompression piece of my in this chapter of my life, and I learned this one thing, man. And I'm gonna drop this for y'all. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. I'm gonna say that again. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. Now, some of you look at me like, "Oh, Nick, what do you mean by that?" You can't you can't live forever. But I'm gonna tell you what, you can make the best of the one life you got. And if you make the best of your days while they count, you could truthfully be the person that you've been dreaming about for years or months or days. Because we all got a dream, right? But we all have a reason to execute that dream. And if you want to execute that dream, then who's stopping you? Nobody else can stop you. You're the ultimate decision maker in how your life turns out. You are the ultimate determination on how your life turns out. Either you settle for the life that you get or you go after the life that you want. I'm going to say that again. Either you settle for the life you get or you go after the life that you want. Because I see so many people making all these excuses saying I don't got time or people are holding me back or I'm not making the right finances. Listen, there's a cheat code for everything. There is a cheat code for everything. If you play video games growing up, you know what I'm talking about. There's a cheat code for everything. Now, I'm not saying you have to skip steps because you can't skip steps in life. But I will tell you this. If you want it that badly, like you say you do, you will figure it out. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Even if you got to run through the wall, you got to go run around the wall, something will come into fruition for you. Because for me, Stack, what I remind myself every single day, man, I don't care what my age is. I don't care how much money I got to my name. I don't care where I'm at spiritually, emotionally, mentally, or physically. One thing about me and two things for certain, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. I don't care how long it takes because I'm not on this earth to compete with anybody but myself, who I was yesterday, who I am today, and who I will be tomorrow. But you can't predict the future. But you can do your best now and make the steps now in order to be who you want to be. And if you don't do that, then you only have yourself to blame because the last thing I want to go through in life is having regret. I don't want to go 20, 30, 40 years of my life saying, oh, well, I could have been this, or oh, I could have accomplished that, or I could have had all these endeavors, but I never did it. I never want to live with regret, man. I never want to have that on my conscience. My conscience cannot live. I can't operate like that. And I can't be around people that have sympathy for people that operate in laziness. I just can't because it's going to make me forget who I am. It's going to make me forget what I'm doing in my life. And again, that's not to bring anybody down, but you can't settle in life just because other people around you are settling. You just can't do it because then, like I said, it's going to make you forget who you are. It's going to make you forget all the progress that you've made. And once you start thinking like that, it's going to make you be in a bad headspace. And nobody wants to feel like that. So I would encourage you all, if you got people around you that are speaking less and not doing enough, then you need to get away from that. And I'll yield on this. One of the biggest reality checks I had to humble myself and say to myself on a frequent basis, you can't have full-time expectations with part-time effort. I'm going to say that again. You can't have full-time expectations with part-time effort. And I'm going to yield it at that.
Damn, we in the building. Nick said it, man.
Wait. Can you
Yeah.
say that last part one more time? One more
Yeah.
time for the people in the back, Nick.
You can't have full-time expectations with part-time effort.
Yep.
That's so fucking deep, bro.
That effort is.
That's deep. Bro, I felt everything you said. I felt like you was talking to me. Don't be talking to me in front of all these people like that. Say nah.
Listen, Nick, I appreciate that, man. That was nothing but heat, right? Julian winning, Smitter win. Like, I want to hear from you guys before I get up out of here, right? Like, let's get up in here. Fire share, Nick. Fire share, KB. Everybody went in with fire shares today. Let's keep going in before we leave. Sister Eman, you wanna check in real quick? How you feeling about designing your life and creating your future? Cairo, Egypt. Over to you, Eman, if you're there. If Eamon's not available, it's all good. I can go to Smitter as well. Smitter, are you around? Are you near your mic? Calling on Smitter.
Yes,
Over.
sir.
How are you, Smitter? Over to you. How you feel about this topic and what we've been talking about today? Designing your life, creating the future. Over to you. Thank you for being here.
Pleasure to be here always. Um, and feeling good. Hope the same. Thank you for asking. So, getting straight to the point. Well, I would like to add three things to uh, to speak about the topic. The first and the foremost thing that I would like to say is that I truly feel that we have to be clear about our future despite uncertainties. Okay, so uncertainty is always going to be a part of our life, but it is in these moments that we either realize unspoken potential or let opportunities slip from our fingers. However, a life lived with purpose recognizes uncertainty as to the path to achieve something greater. I truly believe in that, and then that encourages us to engage with life from a place of genuine curiosity and wonder instead of anxiety and pessimism. Okay, so to state it simple, we have to be clear about our future despite uncertainties, and we have to acknowledge our uncertainties. That is very, very important. The second thing that I would like to say is that we have to be aligned with our career. It's very, very crucial. So when we are out of alignment, we are blind to the unassuming job opportunities that mask themselves as challenges or simple introductions, So we take risks and then we make very unwise decisions about our career or our business. But success comes from within, before it is ever manifested externally. I'll repeat that. Success comes from within before it is ever manifested externally. And the only way to know that and acknowledge it is if we are purposefully living our lives. That's the second thing that I want to add. And the third and the last thing that I want to say is that I believe in utilizing my 24 hours to the best of my abilities. Now, what do I mean when I say this? What I really mean here is that I make sure that I give in my best without worrying about the naysayers. I make sure that I give in my best without worrying about the results. I make sure that I give in my best and owe my mistakes and stand up to my mistakes and not be ashamed of me or my mistakes. That's very crucial. And I truly feel that very few people actually have the guts to owe their mistakes and acknowledge it and rectify it. But I believe that it's a very important part of uh, our life. It's very crucial for us to design our life, to state it simple. And yeah, so that's how I would like to wind it up as well. That's it. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Smitter. Design your life, right? Anybody else want to chime in with any last words before, we wind down up out of here? I know Brother Farrell is on a call. I don't know if he's available or not, but if not, if anybody got any last words, chime in real quick before, we leave and shut down. Farrell, you there, brother? Talk to me, man. Let's get it,
Of
bro.
course I'm
Design your
here.
life,
What's up,
creating the future,
everybody?
man. Talk to me.
Creating a life, creating the future. Manifest your dreams to reality. Don't listen to no one but yourself. Only worry about yourself and nobody else. You're the only one that can achieve your dreams on your own. You ain't gonna have no support at the bottom, you're gonna get support at the top. That's kind of how this shit goes in life. You kind of roll the dice. It's like a casino. You're gonna go up in this world. You're gonna have a big circle at the beginning, okay? And throughout years of owning companies and going through life, whatever, your circle's gonna shrink. The ones that stay around you forever, keep those networks close to you. The ones that show that they're real to you. Anything else with your future, okay? Just believe in yourself. You're the only one that can actually do anything you put your mind to. No one else will do it for you. You have to do it yourself. So design your life in your mind. Impregnate your subconscious mind, all right? Visualize it, draw it out, and take action. Don't just look at your notebook, just take action on it. Start digging step by step. Start chiseling away like you're mining at a coal, like all the gold, right? You gotta start chiseling at that. But yeah, that's pretty much a way, to create the future, design your life. I've lived by some of the stuff I said for the last 8, 9 years of owning companies and stuff. So I mean, just keep going, don't stop, and you will hit your dreams no matter what, as long as you're consistent. But one
Some
more
goals. There's
thing.
some goals,
Yeah,
bro.
did
Did
you
you hit
tell
any
them about New
goals?
York?
Talk to me. I
What?
said, what's good with the goals, bro?
The goals in life. You ready for this? The goals that you put on your to-do list every single month, every single week. You want to do something new, okay? You want to have a to-do list. You want to do something new every single week, and you want to achieve goals. I'm not saying go after 100 goals at once. You're going to have to put your mind to one thing only. And you're going to have to take these goals one by one. Okay, every single one. So make sure your goals, attack the goals, succeed on the goals, stay consistent. And like I said, you're not going to achieve your goals with a lot of people around. You're going to achieve it with a few motherfuckers that really know their business and ready to ride or die with you. And that's real shit. So find those couple people around you and just, go to the top.
Let's go, Farrell. And we was out there just crushing it, bro. You know what I mean? The whole shouts to whole New York, man. Shouts to everybody that showed love too. Shouts to Pharaoh, man. The whole crew, man. Nothing but blessings, bro. Appreciate it. Let's go. And then shout outs to, everybody that came on the stage as well. My brother Fashawn pulled up, Danny. We were talking about how to create the future and design your life. Right? It don't matter if you're tired or anything. Right? You still get that shit done. Yo, Pharaoh, did I sleep, bro? What happened, bro? Did I like get any rest, bro? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me, bro.
Oh God, this guy right here. Let me tell you something funny about New York, alright? This guy tells Pharaoh to go to sleep like it's my first day of school, okay? So I get my beauty rest, 11 o'clock, I'm sleeping. This crazy guy up here decides to stay up all night and all morning. So when we go bang out all these things. We went to, did the ballet, did some design and shit, fucking went through some events, and it's about probably like 6 o'clock, not that late. And he's like, yeah, Farrell, let's go to Times Square, buddy. So here I am driving to Times Square. By the way, Times Square is like 2 miles away, but it's like fucking 30-minute drive, all right, because there's some bullshit traffic. So let's just say I drove to Times Square and this motherfucker was sleeping in the passenger seat. He was sleeping so much that I actually had to turn around the car to go back to the hotel because this guy wasn't waking up. All right, when I say like he wasn't waking up, he's like, "Yeah, for 1 second," close his eyes and be out for another fucking 10 minutes. Like, yep.
No sleep.
So when he opened his eyes up the third time, he said, "Wow, we're at the hotel. What happened to Times Square?" Yep, I wonder what happened to it, buddy. An hour of fucking traffic for this shit. But yeah, that was a little adventure we had during New York.
Yo, Barry, you crazy, bro. Yo, we went crazy though. Shouts to all my partners. Like I said, I pulled up to the Bel Air office. Um, I've been in partners with them for over 4 to 5 years now, right? And I pull up on them, right? And it's my first time there, and we shook the place up, right? Shout outs to the team members, shout outs to everybody that's, just backing it up. It's good to, have your brand and leverage it with other brands and mix it with other brands as well, right? So shout outs to the team and shout outs to my brother Jay Coast as well. The designer store we went to was amazing. He allowed us to get content in there as well. And then we're gonna be meeting some more design. Oh yeah, shout out to Mr. Moda and Mary J as well. That came out and did the photo shoot and gave me the pieces and all that good stuff. Right? There's a lot of different people that will be coming on Clubhouse too. Right? So shout out to you guys. I want to hear from my brother Fashawn and Danny, man. How they feeling about creating futures and designing lives? Right? Talk to me, man. Danny, Fashawn, who's there, man? Who's in the building? Who's by their mic right now? Talk to me. Fashawn, what's good, brother? Or Eamon? Who else? Who's
Yeah,
there?
yeah, man. I'm the topic fire. I just, I've been out of here, but I seen the title. I had to slide
Facts,
in
brother.
because you know this, and this my wheelhouse, man. Designing your reality, creating your tomorrow today. You know, we have to understand that everything on the outside of our experience is a manifestation in the macrocosm of our microcosm. Like nothing that we experience just exists on its own. It started somewhere, and it starts within. And you know how they say, if you don't have a plan, somebody ever make a plan for you. It's the same. It's the same thing with our reality. If we don't set up the parameters to create a certain way of thinking, a certain frequency and vibratorgy in our tourist field, something will be produced in that space, right? So if we let outside forces affect that energy frequency, our mindset, our thoughts, our thinking, those things that will be on the outside will be produced from whatever that quadrant of frequency is. So creating a reality starts off with setting up a boundary and a filter for things that's allowed to be in our space, our atmosphere, our perimeter, right? and then being able to decipher and discern what we want to allow in, and if we do, what to remove. Like, 'cause there's many things that get in unaware, so for those who are prayers, I pray and meditate regularly, and a part of my prayer is to anything that got in and got rooted into my thinking, knowingly and unknowingly. Right? Some stuff I let in, I know I let in. I come in, we come in Clubhouse and we hear the debacles and the debauchery in Clubhouse. We willingly let these conversations in. But sometimes we can be in the world, and the world can be passing around us, and certain things just get let in. Just like we might eat some food and the food might taste great and we thought it was a good source of nutrition. But as we now know, most food got like unawares in it. So we got to be real specific about what type of thoughts we let in, and how regularly we hold those thoughts, and the frequency that we have on the thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just about having positive thoughts, it's about continuity, the consistency, the other thoughts that are around it that support it. So making sure that it's rooted in good atmosphere. And then the frequency. If you put a plant in soil, and you water it sometimes and you give it some light, it might grow a little bit. But if you put that same plant in the same soil and you give it a lot of water, a lot of sunlight, you put a bronze rod in the ground to get the atmospheric energy, those plants will not only grow healthy, they will grow faster. Right? So the same thing with our thoughts. You want your life to grow faster, you want to create your tomorrow today. We have to amplify the frequency in which we feed our thoughts, our feelings, how we feel, what type of projection that we will have. If we have a projection of authenticity, of love, of generousness, our atmosphere will be full of that. So I know that was kind of lengthy, but you know,
Nah, we need that for Sean. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you for pulling up. We'll be doing some more rooms with Fashawn. I remember when Brother Fashawn came in and we did the Art of Dating Men and Women Part 1. I'll be teaming up with Fashawn to do Part 2 as well. So be on the lookout for that. And then also shout outs to Brother Fashawn because, when he first came by, we first started rocking. I signed the contract with Helium Mobile, right? Shout outs to him for, referring it and putting me on, take it to the next level, right? With anything you do, you take shit to the next level, right? Like go all the way hard with it, go to the top with it. And that's what, I love to do is surround myself with, people that aren't gatekeeping, aren't scared to give energy out or information out because it can help catapult someone else. So shout out to you for Sean. Let's keep it rocking. Shout out to you guys, immediate mentors. I got Danny and Eamon left to talk, and then I gotta go. So, Danny, are you here, brother, or you want to let Eamon
What's
go? It don't
what's
matter.
going on? It doesn't
Talk to
matter
me.
to me.
Yeah, no,
Whatever
yeah,
you want
Danny.
to do.
Over to you, brother. How do you create the future, man? Designing your life, man. What you've been hearing so far. You got anything to chime in with, brother? How you feel about
Um,
this topic?
yo, I say the same thing over and over. You just got to get around the right people, the people that have what it is that you want, and they know how to get there. You can't. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, it's as simple as that, but it's not as simple because you got to get around the people first. But if you guys don't learn from people that are actually doing stuff, you're never gonna find what it is that you want. You're never gonna build a future at all. I mean, it's as simple as that, man. There's no. I mean, I wish I would have. I had a, I had two interviews last week, Stack.
Oh,
I
I
had a,
can't wait for those, Danny. Let's go.
yeah, I was on TV, Wednesday, and then right after that, I had it was a lengthy, it was like 2 hour interview. Um, bro, I never had
Danny,
anybody open me up
Danny, I
like that
can't wait to
because
come
we went
down there,
into.
bro. I know you got the moves down there, bro. You know I'm with you, bro. We gonna fucking
I
fuck it
never
up.
listen. I never had anybody. Look, man. I've been, and I've been, I've had stuff covered on me since 2003. I go way back. This is when you were in a magazine, it was printed. Like this is not like anything online. That stuff wasn't even existing yet. And um, man, she opened me up like crazy. And no,
When
and,
will it
and
be
one of
out,
the,
Danny? When will the
I gotta
episode be
find out. I gotta find out. I'm gonna ask her. But
Send me
she
the
took
clips too,
every. I'm
Danny.
talking
Send me
about
the
from street life to. I'm talking about from street life to boxing to music to now business. Like she hit everything. I was like, fuck. So, but one of the things that everybody keeps, you know what I mean. Everybody brings up is like, what is it that you wish you knew then that or maybe you had access to then that you don't that I'm sorry, that you didn't have access to then that you do now. And I was like, I was around a lot of successful people. Look, man, you know this, but I don't know if anybody else does in the room. Like maybe there's some new people, but like, I've been around superstars since I was 17, and some of the biggest names in the world in the entertainment space. And just because they had big names and they got, they got money and everything doesn't mean that they're doing right with the money. So, the one thing that I wanted that I wish that I would have known back then was money, understanding money. Like I understand money much more different than I did back then. And I'm talking about
That's a
people
good
that,
one, Danny. That's a good one.
yeah, man, like, I just I I see things differently now than I did back then, and it comes right back to what I'm saying. Like, it's not that they didn't have what I wanted. It's they didn't. It's that they didn't understand certain things that I needed to understand in order to get what it is. See, they were doing stuff on one end, which was making the money, but they didn't understand the other side of that. And by them not understanding that, I'm following in people's footsteps that, yeah, they seem to have what I want, but ultimately it ended up, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you make a bunch of money doesn't mean that you're gonna end up living on that money forever. I mean, I know people. I mean, I could just go down the list of people in the entertainment space that once had it and don't anymore. So, and this covers everything from sports to music to you name it. So, going back to what I said, man, like it's just the right info, just having the right info.
Having the right info. Appreciate that, brother Danny. Having
Yeah, man.
the right information. Yeah. Everybody got to have the right information. If you ain't got the right information, then how we going to thrive? So, Danny, appreciate that. Andre, you want to come in before we go?
Yes, brother. Danny, I just wanted to like send my thanks to Danny because I know my good friend, she was helping you with that, right? I've known her for many, many years. And
Who you
that,
talking about?
H,
Oh, did you see the interview?
I was there, and
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to chime in and say thank
go
you for
for
being.
it.
Yeah, you were so vulnerable, Danny, and you shared so much, and I can't wait for everyone here to see that because that was something. That was something special, and I was glad to just see you on that stage and like just to hear that from a man in business. All the experiences that you shared, it was truly it was great, and I can't wait for when you see it. So, yeah.
And imagine I got stories like that for days. She was like, "We got to do a series." I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, it was so crazy because they're like, we gotta go, but it was hours long, and it was great. I just can't tell you had everyone like just locked in. So, I wanted to send my thoughts of thanks for
Well, I
doing
couldn't
that.
have done it without you guys. So thank you to
Yeah,
you guys. You know.
Yo, that was fire, Danny, bro. I can't wait to see the clip. Send it to me, bro. And today, we had a fire room, man. How to create the future, design your life. Everybody chimed in, right? We went all the way in today, right? I think 10G's coming in tomorrow. This week, I'm gonna check on the schedule, see what's going on. I think it will be tomorrow. I'll make sure I'll tag everyone, share it out in the group. But make sure you guys have a positive Monday. Start of the week always supposed to be positive, fired up, on go, connecting up with people, seeing how you can get out there even more, right? So make sure you tap in with more people that you haven't. Make sure you go to people's Instagram pages, see what they have going on, or their social media pages. Send them a message if you want to collaborate with them. That's how you're going to get to the next level. So, how to create the future, design your life. You guys did excellent today. If you have not got the 15-minute call, get it with me. I'll level up. We'll talk about articles, podcasts, social media, crypto, whatever you guys want to talk about, so that way you can get to the next level. And I'll see you guys soon this week. I love you guys, media mentors. We went all the way crazy. See you guys this week. I'm out of here. Lego.